In this tutorial, we're going to have a look at the organ in Caustic 3. The organ is meant as a loose emulation of the Hammond Series B3 drawbar organs of the past, and the way it works is you've got a series of drawbars and each one corresponds to a harmonic on the note you're playing. By pulling down on the drawbar, you give more power of that harmonic to make it into the output sound. So by default, we've just got the basic sound coming out. This is the bass tone, so it's just a sine. And as we pull down on drawbars, we increase the other harmonics and how they mix into the final sound. We've also got lower harmonics here for sub-bass sounds. So the organ is polyphonic. So this one's not very complicated, but let's have a look at the controls you get on it. This is the percussion control. Percussion gives a slight boost in either the first or second harmonic into your sound for a very short duration. So this tone knob controls the mix of balance between the first harmonic and the second harmonic. And so this would be fully on the first harmonic and this would be on the second harmonic, but you can also set it somewhere in between and get a mix of the two harmonics. And the decay time is the time it lasts at the beginning of the note. Now, because it's polyphonic, the way percussion works on these instruments is it only applies for the first note that's played as long as other notes are kind of tied together. So if you're playing separate notes, the percussion will play on each note, but if you're playing a series of notes and they all follow each other, the percussion will only apply to the first note. This was just a feature of the original and it's been emulated here. So let's just turn up the time on the percussion and maybe set the tone to the higher second harmonic. So you can kind of hear that. It makes it sound like it's, hitting a little wooden block or something right at the beginning. If I take it away, and if I change the tone, you can hear it's a lower tone. So yeah, it only applies on the first note if you're doing a series. Down here is the Leslie control. So this was a rotary speaker that usually accompanied this organ. And it's got a very nice sound. It's a bit of a lush chorus flanger kind of thing. And so if you've got it set up playing your sound, and you can adjust the speed of it. So they were rotary horns actually physically turning inside a cabinet. So you can control the speed at which the horns are turning. And the depth is kind of the amount of the effect that goes into the final mix. So let's turn that up and play a note and turn up the speed. So that's the Leslie. Down here in the amp section, you've got your standard volume and a bit of an overdrive parameter. This is a very mild distortion, and it's good for higher sounds and for bluesy kind of lead sounds. So it's just a slight edge. It's nothing really exaggerated. If you want more distortion on it, you're free to put an insert on top, but this is just something that's built into it as part of the emulation. There's also a bit of a cabinet emulation that's built into this, which gives it sort of a more realistic feel, a bit of cabinet echo, which give this organ a special sound. So like all the other synths, you can set everything up, you can automate your knobs, you can automate the drawbars if you want. And once you've got a preset you like, you can save it out, give it the name you want, and hit done when you're finished. And of course the app comes with a few presets that come with it, so you get different types of sounds. Kind of bluesy. So anyway, it's not a very complicated synth, but it definitely has a lot of use, and it's great if you're into this kind of sound.